Okay, check this out. So these Faceless YouTube channels have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they also have thousands and even millions of views. Okay, so this one has over 600,000 subscribers, and the estimated monthly earnings is upwards to $8,000 a month in Google AdSense. Now, this one is a much smaller channel, and this one is estimated to make upwards to $100 per month on AdSense. So the main theme behind these types of channels are like horror stories from the past, boring history for sleep. This one's Sleepless Historian. They basically have tons of videos that talk about boring history that you can play in the background to make you fall asleep. Now here's an example of one that has nearly 4 million views.
Truth? You probably wouldn't last a single day. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe.
So to make a video like this, you would need an AI to generate these images, so Midjourney or Leonardo. Then you would need 11 Labs for the voiceover, ChatGPT for the script, and also something like CapCut to put everything together. Now you could see on the top left-hand corner, they are using, I think, the free version of CapCut to generate this Faceless YouTube video that generated nearly 4 million views. But what if you could ditch all of those tools for just one? There is a tool on AppSumo called Mootion that could generate these types of faceless videos, and it starts at $69 for license tier 1. Now I have license tier 3, which gives me unlimited voiceovers and also prioritized generation. So I'm gonna do a Mootion review and demo to see if this is any good. Now to celebrate this launch, I've partnered with AppSumo to give away a Mootion Tier 2 license to one lucky winner. Now it's free to enter. Just click the link in my description, put your name and email to enter. Now this giveaway will end on Tuesday, October the 14th. So to start a project, you can simply add a prompt right here, or you can take a look at these various categories. These are all meant to help you get started, and there's different prompts in each one, and also different styles as well. You can generate videos on history, science, tell a bedtime story, even a horror story now that we are in the holiday season. Let's click on bedtime story. So here you can see some prompt options. So the adventure of the dreamy owl, the sleepy lion who dreamed of flying. You can change them to get more prompt options to generate a bedtime story. And these are the visual styles for this story. They have realistic styles and also cartoon styles as well. So you could find a style that best fits the story you want to tell. And there's 3 ratios, so perfect for long form YouTube videos, TikTok videos, and possibly Instagram videos as well. And you could choose from a variety of avatars. Now, all of these have that cartoon 3D style to them, both male and female. They also have a handful of animal characters. Now, I wish they had more realistic AI avatars instead of these cartoon 3D styles, but as of right now, these are the options that you have. And you could choose from a variety of different output languages as well. So you have 2 options to generate your story. So generate from a prompt, or you could use your own content. You can paste your script right here, and each paragraph can be set as a single scene. If you want more control, you also have the option to generate either the entire storyboard, which includes the script and also the images for each scene, or you could have it create the script first. You could review the script and then move on to the storyboard. So most of the categories you saw on the initial page will have these visual styles. But if you click on, say, for example, photo collage, it's totally different. You could choose from these 3 different figure styles. So like a photo sticker, cartoon, or an AI photo. So you basically upload your photos right here, and then it'll turn it into these photo collages. And for the specific moment, you can choose from a variety of different holidays. So if you want to celebrate a friend's birthday or post a holiday video on social media, this photo collage option could be a good one to use. Now you really don't need to click on any of these categories right here because you could just click on general creation and generate your storyboard from a prompt you add here, use your own content, or you could also use your own audio or video recording to generate the entire storyboard. So if you wanted to follow this like boring story niche and make money through Google AdSense, you could do a competitive analysis on this channel, or you could use something like Subscriber, add your keyword here. I typed in boring story, and you could view all of the top videos that target this particular topic. This first one has over 25,000 views. This one is about the entire story of the Great Depression. So what you could do is copy this title and then go to Mootion and generate from prompt. Or what you could also do is remix this video and then paste your script right over here if you want more of that control. But Mootion is supposed to make things easy for you. So I'm going to click on generate from prompt and then just use that YouTube title. Now, I don't want my boring story to have an AI avatar, so I'm not going to select one. I want it to be published on YouTube long form, so 16:9 ratio. And for the visual style, let's go with illustration. Now I'm going to click on generate. Okay, so that took about a minute or so to generate an entire storyboard. So we have the video title and 23 scenes. There's images for each one and also the voiceover script. So the transcript for scene 1 says, "In the annals of modern history, few events have cast such a colossal shadow as the Great Depression." Now, if you want, you can split the scene into 2 new scenes, or you can merge this scene with the next one to make one longer one. If you don't like it, you could basically delete it as well. You could also update this text if you want. And for this scene image, if you don't like it, you can click on regenerate. This is the prompt. You can tweak it and then generate, and it'll consume 2 credits. Okay, so this is the new image. You can go to the original one and compare them together. You also have the option to animate this image and edit it further. You can crop it or flip it vertical or horizontal. We can also modify specific parts of this image. So I'm gonna highlight this person and I'm gonna say, move this person closer and show his solemn face. Now this will take 4 credits. All right, so I think he's more visible, but now he has a red shirt. I still don't see him with a solemn face. So I'm gonna try again and say, make him bigger and show the details of his stressed out, sad face. Okay, so I think it's a little bit better. So we are gonna leave it as is. You also have the option to erase parts of your image and also change the background if you want to. Now for this image, I'm not sure if it will properly detect the background because I don't really see a foreground here, but let's see. Okay, so I think the green part is the background. I personally think the bookshelves, the bookcase is the background, but this might not be the best image to change the background, so I'm not going to do anything. Now I'm just gonna click on confirm. Okay, so now we have this guy, a bigger, guy with his sad face. And then you can go to the next scene, do the same process. You also have the option to replace this image with your own. And you also have the option to add an element to this image. So maybe like an icon that you want to show, or like a product, an item you want to show in this scene. You can do that by inserting an image. Now, right now, these are static images, but I want to animate them to make them more visually appealing. So I'm just gonna click on animate all. Now, if you're wondering about credits, you wanna listen up because you have 2 options here. You can generate like a standard quality animation, which will consume 900 credits. Or if you want high quality animation, it'll consume 1,736 credits. Now, if it were me, I would naturally want to do the high quality because I obviously want a high quality video. So when I was testing out this tool earlier, I started with 8,000 credits with tier 3. And for just 2 high quality videos, it took about 4,000 credits. So now I'm left with about 4,000. So that's the thing with Mootion. It can consume a lot of credits very quickly if you generate high quality videos. But I do want to show you how the high quality looks like. So I'm going to do high quality and animate all of the scenes. Okay, so we are done. Now let me play this first one. Okay, so you see the people moving a little bit. Let's see if, okay, the first image, it didn't animate, which makes sense. Let's take a look at this second scene and play it. Okay, so it's zooming in. Now it looks like all of these scenes are about 9 to 10 seconds long. And when I was generating the other videos earlier, it was about 30 scenes, 31 scenes. So I feel like for the most part, all of these videos will be around, 23 to 30-ish scenes. So these aren't going to be really long videos. They're going to be more on the shorter side. Now let's click next. We could choose a style for the video title. Now these videos don't have like a video title in the beginning, so I'm not going to pick one. And same goes for subtitles. You could choose between these various subtitles. But actually, since this is a demo, I'm going to choose a title and subtitle style for you. Let's do this simple title style and also this simple subtitle style as well. You could also choose the thumbnail, the cover image for your video, the title on a black background or a white background. I'm going to do the image as the background, and you have 3 scene effects. So for each scene, you can do a mini zoom, Ken Burns effect, or a shake move. Since all of the scenes are animated, I'm not going to add any effects here. You could also add scene transitions as well. I think it's a little overkill, so I'm going to click on none. And here is the important part, the voiceover. Now I have license tier 3, so I have unlimited voiceovers. If you have tier 2, it's limited. And tier 1, unfortunately, doesn't give you any voiceovers. So I would recommend either tier 2 or 3. Now, I want to show you all of the voiceovers since I do have the opportunity to do so. So these are all of the standard voiceovers, Plus and Pro. And I believe tier 3 gives you all of the Pro voiceovers. So you have both male and female. You also have one young and one childish voice. I think these two could be great for those children's stories. Let me play both of these for you first.
Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
Okay, so that one sounded more like a Valley Girl. Let's do this childish one.
Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
And let me show you a couple of male and female voices. So Sarah is soft American.
Hello and welcome to BBC News. The main headline tonight is here for you.
Aside from American, they have one Australian, one Swedish, one Irish, and everything else is American. Let me play the Swedish seductive Charlotte voice.
Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
And for the males, there's American, Australian, and that's about it. Oh, and Irish for the male sailor. Let's do, casual Chris American.
Hi there. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Okay, and let's do maybe sailor for like that kid story that you might want to generate.
The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing.
Okay, so these are the pro voices. I think the options are just okay. It's very easy to choose one, but unfortunately, you really can't edit how the voices sound, like the pitch or anything like that. 11 Labs definitely has more voices and you have more control over your voices compared to Mootion. Since this is a boring story about the Great Depression, let me play Paul News American.
Hello and welcome to BBC News. The main headline tonight.
Okay, I think that one is the best one here. So I'm going to click on Paul. And if you've chosen an avatar, you can select where the avatar will be placed. I think this is great for those kid stories, but for our more adult, Great Depression story, I'm not going to select an avatar. And you can choose AI music. So you can select the volume and choose between all of these AI music tracks, and they have tons of them. You can filter by fast, medium, or slow tempos, and also by emotion. So all of these are songs. They're not like background musics, but since ours is a boring story, I'm not going to select any background music. Unfortunately, I don't think they have those like sound effects that you would hear in this video. Let me play it really quickly.
Subscribe, but only if you genuinely.
So you could hear like that fireplace sound effect. And I don't think there are sound effects here, just music. So I'm going to select none. And for the, let's see here, the voiceover, I'm going to do low. And I think we are all set. Now I'm going to click on composite. So as it is generating our voiceover, the AI also generated the summary of our video, hashtags, and here is the script. So while we wait for the voiceover and the entire video to finish, we can copy this, paste it somewhere else to plan out our YouTube video, social media post, so on and so forth. Okay, so it is done. So for the 23 scenes, the video is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So now you can share this video to YouTube. And there's apparently 2 other, I assume, social media channels you can post to. I assume that's coming soon. And you can download this as an MP4, a storyboard, and the thumbnail. Now, the storyboard will basically consist of the images for each scene and also the entire transcript. Now, let's play this entire video.
In the annals of modern history, few events have cast such a colossal shadow as the Great Depression. Initiating in 1929, its tentacles stretched into the 1930s, leaving an indelible mark on the global landscape. On October 24, 1929, a day known ominously as Black Thursday, the American stock market suffered a precipitous fall. Confidence unraveled as more than 12.9 million shares changed hands, a record-breaking frenzy that left brokers shell-shocked and investors devastated. This cataclysmic event shattered the illusion of a perpetually booming economy. What followed was a harrowing chain reaction. Banks crumbled under the crippling weight of bad loans and insolvencies. As financial institutions failed, they took with them life savings, thus throttling consumer spending and driving more businesses toward bankruptcy. The unemployment rate soared to an unprecedented 25%, rendering countless families destitute. Across the Atlantic, Europe was in no better position. Already grappling with post-World War I debts and a fragile economic structure, the continent was ensnared in America's financial turmoil. International trade plummeted by more than 60%, exacerbating national debt.
Okay, I wanted to quickly stop because if you notice, the image is more of like a realistic image versus more of the illustration style. So this scene, I think, definitely needs to be fixed.
Debts and stagnating economies worldwide. As the 1930s wore on, governments grappled with how to mend their fractured economies. The United States, under the leadership of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, embarked on an ambitious series of programs and reforms known as the New Deal. These initiatives aimed to boost employment, reform the financial system, and revitalize industry. Infrastructure projects like the construction of highways and dams offered jobs and renewed confidence in a workforce eager to rebuild their lives. Simultaneously, institutions like the Securities and Exchange Commission were established to regulate the stock market, aiming to prevent another such calamity. Social Security was introduced, providing a safety net for the elderly and unemployed. Still, recovery was arduous and slow. Despite efforts to resuscitate the economy, it took the advent of World War II, with its expansive industrial demand, to finally jolt the global economy out of depression's stringent grip. However, the legacy of the Great Depression lingered. It reshaped government policies, leading to a stronger regulatory role in financial markets and a broader social safety net. The lessons learned during this turbulent period became pivotal for future economic strategies, dictating caution in financial exuberance and underscoring the importance of vigilance. Thus, the Great Depression, far from being a mere historical footnote, remains a poignant reminder of economic vulnerability, yet also a testament to human resilience and the capacity for renewal.
Okay, so pretty interesting. I actually learned a lot there. Okay, so a few things. So I think the images represented the script pretty well. So I really like that. Also, the animations were pretty good. But one thing I didn't like was between each scene, you could noticeably tell a gap in the speaking. So I wish it was more fluid, more quick between each scene. And also for the captions, they're nice, but I think for me, I probably wouldn't add the captions or this title. But regardless, it looks pretty decent for this type of video. Okay, so when I started this video, I was at around 4,000 something credits out of 800. Now after that video we just created, I am down to 2,372 credits. Now, if you want to buy more credits, you can. And regarding the credits, you will notice a lot of people asking about the insufficient credits. So you could see here, the 1 month of highest tier credit still insufficient for a few minutes of videos. So the founder says, "We hear you, credit optimization is underway and we're reducing usage soon. Tier 3 users will see much better usage. You can also earn more credits through referrals or top-ups." So hopefully over time, the amount of credits we will consume will decrease, which will allow us to generate more videos with the credits we have. So we shall see. Now, when it comes to the avatars, I'm happy to see that they are going to add more photo-based talking heads. So I really like that. Voice cloning is also in development, and it looks like we will continue to get access to new core models and features as Mootion evolves. Aside from generating videos, you also have 2 AI tools, so an image background editor and an image style transfer. And these are my projects. So earlier I did create this one right here. So I generated 2 videos. So this one is Oliver's Quest. So this is more of like a kid story. Let me play a few seconds for you.
Once upon a time, in the cozy little town of Maplewood, there was a small boy named Oliver. Oliver was a curious and adventurous.
Also, so this image, I actually generated this in Gemini and I uploaded it into this second scene. And what's cool is that Mootion can animate the images that you upload, which is really cool. And then this is the second video I generated. So this one is a boring story about ancient Rome.
The Roman afternoon hangs heavy, a blanket of gold and dust. The city's heartbeat fades as you approach.
One thing, again, I don't like is between the scenes, there is a noticeable gap. So I wish the voiceover spoke faster between scenes. So this was the image that I uploaded, and any image that you upload will be added into your media, and you could browse their gallery. So if you want to generate like a parenting and education style videos, you can select any of these right here. Now that we are going into the holidays, they have like holiday greetings. Let's see more serious ones. So there's marketing. They have this savor the taste of McDonald's. Let's see here. So if you are a restaurant, maybe you can follow this type of script to sell anything that you have in your restaurant. So this could be a good one for you. So if you like this style, you could click on use and then you can generate one that's like this. Now, when it comes to using this for your business, you could do the more passive, no face YouTube route, or you could potentially sell these videos on Fiverr. So I looked for 2D cartoon animation video, and there's 11 freelancers that are selling them. So this one is $1,500 per project, $160 per project, so on and so forth. So maybe you could start selling these videos at maybe $100 per project. And so you could have your own video animation business with Mootion. Unfortunately, I think the videos that it generates are pretty short. I wish they were longer than just 3 to 5 minutes long. Especially for YouTube, I would like a video that's maybe 20 minutes long, maybe an hour long, but I feel like that would take up all of my credits in one go. So maybe one way is to generate a lot of short videos using the lower quality and then putting them in a playlist so someone can watch all of your videos, which will last, maybe 30 minutes, an hour long, something like that. Another use case is using this to generate a very short video as a gift to a friend or family member, or maybe to your little son, wishing them a happy birthday. So what I did was create this transcript here, and Mootion generated an image for each one of these scenes. So it's all about a son playing in the playground. Okay, so this one says, happy birthday. I see you racing up the playground slide, your laughter filling the air, so on and so forth. So the image is pretty accurate and also very detailed. And regarding the person, the look and clothing is different for all of the scenes, unfortunately, but what I could do is replace it with my own images. Okay, so I added my own photos to each of these scenes. So as you could see here, it's of this same boy, right? Same clothing, he's playing in the playground. So you could add your own real photos of anything, of friends or family. Now what I did was I found a stock photo and I told Gemini to generate an image using the stock photo as reference for each one of my 5 scenes. And then I just uploaded it right here. Now let's animate it. I'm gonna do high quality. So for 5 scenes, it's gonna take 480 credits. Okay, so it's done animating. Let me quickly play this first one. Okay, so not too bad. Let's go next. Now for the voiceover, I'm going to do this Bill. He's a plus, okay, so he's strong American. And for the AI music, I selected this kids, calm, happy music, and I'm gonna click on composite. Okay, let's play the whole thing.
Happy birthday, my amazing boy. Today, I see you racing up the playground slide, your laughter filling the air. And it reminds me how...
Okay, so you could see the AI does need a little work. You could see the boy's hand looks really bad here. He has basically 2 hands, but let's continue.
much joy you bring to my life. As you dig for treasure in the sandbox, I wish for you endless curiosity and wonder. May you always find magic in the little things. When your excitement when discovering a shiny marble.
Another thing as well is the animation stops before the scene could finish. So as you can see here, the kid doesn't move anymore, but the scene is still going on.
Makes my heart so proud. Swinging high with the wind in your hair. I hope you always feel as free and fearless as you do now. Your happiness is the greatest gift I could ever receive. Climbing across the monkey bars, determined and brave. I wish for you strength and confidence in every challenge you face. Every time you reach the other side, I celebrate your courage. Playing tag around the merry-go-round, your laughter fills my soul with love. On your birthday, and always, I wish you fun, adventure, and endless smiles. I love you so much, son.
Okay, so not too bad. I think for these realistic lifestyle photos, the AI does need work to make, especially the hands, look more realistic. And I think the script for each scene needs to be shorter so that the video doesn't randomly stop towards the end of the scene. But overall, I think it's pretty decent. I personally would use Mootion for more illustrations, cartoons than these lifestyle videos. But you could create these like happy birthday videos for a friend or family member, or even possibly sell these types of videos as well.